Hi and welcome to today's video where I've got a bit of an experiment that I'm going to do. I've actually got some lipsticks here that I have put in my freezer overnight in a bag that I got from Sephora when they were doing the beauty boxes that you can make a selection from each month, and this is one of the bags, and I've got lipsticks, and the lipsticks I've tried to make sure they don't rub along together too much, and they would be free, so I have put bags between them or bits of fabric. So what started it off was I bought unseen, except other than online, a Gucci lipstick, and it ended up being too warm toned, and it's this one, and this one is Linda Beige. So and I absolutely adore the packaging. If you can see, it's Art Deco, absolutely beautiful. It's heavy, it's weighty, it does look like a historic piece of makeup, and there it is. So it's got a bit frosty. Now what happened here is it probably looks okay on film, but it does translate on me as being very warm tone. In fact, the camera is pulling it a bit more cool tone than it is. It is a tawny orangey brown. So what I'm going to do is, I want to keep the component because it's so lovely. So I'm going to pull out, I'm going to get tissue, and I'm going to pull out the old lipstick that I don't want to use. There we go. And I'm going to lay it down. Now the surface that I've got is actually a waterproof surface, but I'm going to pull out this. Now what you do, once it's frozen, you can then grasp and move it back and forth until it all comes out. So this is very hard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cleansing tissue, a cleansing wipe for makeup. Pull one out, stick it up with these. I've got these gloves from a hair dye kit because I don't generally use them. So what I'm going to do is, in the tube itself, I'm going to do the best to clean the tube up. Not that it matters too much because I don't use the lipstick down into the tube, if you know what I mean. So there it is. Now the lipstick I'm going to use is by Catrice, and it is called 110 Full of Braveness. Now with Catrice, there it is. They do it satin, full satin nude 110. Now they have a rapid turnover of shades and editions, so this one probably isn't available, but it's very similar in tone. It's paler, but it's one I do like. It has Catrice on the bullet. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm not saying that it's not going to get smudged a bit or dented a bit, but if I can wiggle this out. No, it's not done. It's actually broken out. It's a bit of a shame. I was hoping I would be able to get this out and put it in, or maybe I will, even if it's just a bit of it. So I haven't been able to get it all out, but I've got a bit out. And then what you do is another way to do it would be, hasn't been the most successful, is I get a bit out of here that's broken, take it all out. It's not as clear as I would like it. Put it into the Gucci. This is a very hard wax because basically it's frozen. So you put that in, crush that back down, right? It's a pity it hasn't gone as cleanly as I would like it to. And I've actually got a little spatula, and I'm going to put the Catrice bullet on top. So there it is, that's gone on top. It's smudged a bit. And then what you do is you get the liner and I will take a little bubble that's gone on top from there. So there it is. So it's a similar size that it was before, because I have been using the Catrice one. So what it is that will rest firmly in there now, and I'm going to be able to use that instead of the, so I can still make use of the component, instead of the Gucci lipstick, which I don't like. So that means that I can, I'll put that in here, and I can get rid of the Gucci one, because I do not like that at all. Now, moving on, I've got another couple that I want to use as well. Well, a few actually. The next one I'm going to try is, if I move along, is from Charlotte Tilbury, and it is Nude Romance. So I've got this in an advent calendar, and it's again a shade I don't like. It's a tawny orangey brown, and I really dislike that shade. It's got lovely embossing on that, a heart, and a number of hearts on both sides. Very, very pretty, but it's a shame. So what I do, I wiggle it, pull it out. I don't really need to clean, like I say, because I will never go beyond the bullet, not in a lipstick anyway. I might in other things, but not in a lipstick. And then the Catrice one that I want to use, and it does have Catrice written on, so I've not mixed the two up. This one is called 020. So I'm not sure what the name is, Full of Strength. So so what I do is I'm going to gently wiggle it. I don't want to break it, you see, but I'm going to gently. It's all come out. So this one has come out in its entirety. And what you do is you don't put it in the exact same hole, you do it at a turn so that new holes are made. There. So there is that. Now obviously it's not as smooth as you'd get from a factory because I've held this. But there it is. Done. There we go. And I'm going to put the old component, the old lipstick, back in the Catrice one. Wind that down, because these are going to be thrown away. There we go. And so I've got a beautiful lipstick holder and a lipstick that I like in it. And obviously it's frosty now, but it will defrost out very, very well. And finally, the final item is another one that I have tried and I don't like. And this one is a lipstick queen. Now, unlike most of the lipstick queens, they tend to be rubberized like the NARS. This one isn't, but I don't particularly like this fuchsia pink. So again, I'm going to take it and I'm going to, oh, this came straight out. Can you see? Straight out, no problem. And it is quite clean. But like I say, I don't mind the colour melding because I never use a lipstick. And what I've got is one Smoky Rose 987 from Maybelline. Is it Maybelline? I think it is. Yes, it is Maybelline. So this one is a more, and you can see that it has got a few bubbles on, and that is the way the wax has reacted to the low temperature. It's not a problem, it's not damaged. So what I'm going to do is wiggle this till it comes out, get the component. Now sometimes what you can find is the component, the size of the lipsticks can be different. So it may be narrower than the component, or the component narrower than the lipstick. Generally though, they are universal. I'm going to say they generally are. So put that up in there, that down, and it's now home. Now obviously it's not going to look as pretty as it did because it has been handled, etc. But it's one I will be able to use. I generally, when I take a lipstick, I use it from there because I'm always concerned it will break. So at least I have been able to reuse these. I mean, people do, they remelt them, and I'm not looking to do that degree of repair, but it does mean that I can use a prettier packaging. So I've now got these components which I can still use, which are lovely. And yeah, I can discard these. These will go into my next month, the end of August, end of July, declutters. And yeah, that's another one all done. So I've still got these left. I'm going to take these gloves off. But yeah, I did need the gloves on so that I could grab the lipsticks. But there they are. Once they have been wiped off from their ice, they'll be as good as new. So yeah, first time trying doing this, and it's worked out reasonably well, and I will be able to use them. So yeah, that was something I'm glad I've tried, and it may be something you may wish to do. I know it's a bit of a faff, you may not want to do it, but it means I can keep these lovely containers and reuse them. I mean, I know some companies, or a lot now, are moving towards refillable, including Charlotte Tilbury, but this one isn't. So it's none of these are the refillable types, but I've been able to make it work, so to speak, if not as pretty as using a proper refillable method. But can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate your time is valuable. Hopefully I shall see you soon in another video. Otherwise, please take care of yourselves, and bye for now.